everyone. Yeah, today I was able to use and look for a talk and give you a talk that is an answer to some questions of one subscriber here on this channel. And I really enjoyed that, answering onto this request of using this topic here today for you, for all of you. And this topic is how to change programs and thoughts, thinking. Yeah, which is the only thing that you need to, that you need to do to create a different life and to create a different being. And please, first do enjoy and listen to Eckhart's talk about this. It is really, as always, it's very inspiring. Yeah, and he's really pointing out that truth that we are, some people, they are 100% in negative thinking, and they have a negative result in their life. They are always having things going wrong, things not working out the way they want, always. Yeah, it's a repetition circle they are in, that they create all the time. They think it's like a chain reaction that is going on and on. It's going on by itself. And also the other way, there are people that always think positive, think optimistic, think always finding a way, a solution. They are always trusting in finding solutions, finding ways. Yeah, they are, and that's what's happening to them. They are finding ways. They are solving issues coming up, and they don't even. Yeah, it's really they are not even getting stuck in any program or any thinking about something for too long. They make fast decisions usually, and they follow the impulses that come. Yeah. So that is your challenge here. But first of all, listen to Eckhart's talk, and then later on I will go more deeper into these items of the programs and the thoughts. How to come from one being to a new being. And as always, it's not that difficult. It is really not. Yeah. And then, there is a wonderful free gift in the end of this talk for you. Don't miss it out here. Okay, and now lean back, relax, take that me time, enjoy this talk, enjoy this dipping into your programs, into who you want to be, how you want to be, and which kind of feeling you want to go through your life, and which kind of course, things you want to attract that happen, you want them to happen to you. Yeah, take a cup of tea or a cup of water with room temperature on these hot temperatures right now, and then just enjoy.
there is a lot of not only unnecessary thinking that generates unnecessary and in many cases non-existent problems, such as when you lie awake at night in bed and start worrying. It generates a lot of unnecessary unhappiness. So people don't realize that a significant part of the unhappiness in their lives is actually generated by unnecessary, negative, often destructive mind activity, and they don't even know it. Mindfulness is first of all discovering the simple fact that there is a voice in your head that continuously comments on your life or on what's happening around you. That's the self-talk in there. Everybody knows what the self-talk is in there. You talk to yourself. Sometimes you talk to yourself in the first person, I. Some people talk to themselves in the second person, you. So you can get annoyed with yourself and then you say, you shouldn't have done that. And then you have another thought and says, yes, but I couldn't help it. And you might even get a third voice come in, and whatever it says, why can't I get out of my self-talk? That's self-talk too. But it's an amazing first thing, what I call the first awakening, spiritual awakening, is something very basic and something very simple. It's the discovery that there is a voice in your head that always talks to you, mostly silently. If it talks out aloud, then you're continuously, and there's nobody around, then you are considered insane. And that's only if it's loud, but most people have that inside their heads and they are not considered insane, it's considered normal. But there's not such a big difference between the two. And sometimes when you listen to, there might be a man walking in the street muttering, and you say, oh, he's really insane. But it might be that you are doing the same, but it's just not out aloud, it's in your head. I should have said that. Why didn't I say that? Next time he does that, I'm not exactly know what I'm going to reply. And it goes on and on. Or you lie awake at night and start worrying. You wake up and, oh my God, what's going to happen? What if that doesn't work? And if that goes wrong? And what if he does that and on? And then you go into... You get drawn, one thought leads to another thought and another thought. Oh my God. And then the body cannot distinguish between an actual reality, an event that's happening in the real life, and what your mind is saying. So when you have fearful thoughts, the body reacts to every fearful thought, and that's an emotion. The body reacts with an emotion, the emotion you feel in your body. The body cannot distinguish between an actual event and a thought. So when you think fearful thoughts, the emotions you feel are the emotions that are saying, I am in danger. There is an actual danger here. So you feel the emotion of fear, anxiety. You might feel agitated, and it's not only not pleasant. If you indulge in that kind of useless, dysfunctional, destructive thinking year after year after year, it has its effect on the body, and it decreases the ability of the body to have the energy to fight disease. Even mainstream medicine is discovering the connection between your state of mind and your state of health. And so gradually we are seeing, in the past they denied it completely. They only looked at your body, and not only at didn't just look at the totality of the body. Even within the body, they just looked at one particular symptom, what's wrong with that particular organ. And you have, of course, in mainstream medicine, you have specialists. I'm a specialist for the liver, and a specialist for this and that. Not only not taking into account the totality of the body, but more importantly, not taking into account the totality of the person, which includes the physical body and the mind. So it's vitally important to discover, first of all, that there is a voice in your head that indulges in self-talk most of the time. And for many people, interestingly enough, that self-talk, for many people, is not always negative, but for many people, it is more negative than positive. A good event that happened yesterday, you might have gone to a nice reunion, or you went out into nature and you witnessed a beautiful sunset. Okay, you can remember it today and think that was a beautiful sunset, or we had a nice talk yesterday. But you can't do that much thinking about a nice event. But the mind, when there's something negative that happens yesterday, somebody offended you or didn't give you the attention that you needed, that you wanted from him, then you can start thinking of how, oh my God, what he did, he's really... Next time he does that, I'm going to say that, or he really should. Why doesn't he? You can go on for a long time dwelling on something negative, much longer than dwelling on something positive. It is so, seemingly a negative event is much more food for useless mind activity than a positive event. And this is why for many people, a significant percentage of their mind activity is negative. For some people, it is almost 100% negative, but it is unlikely that these people would get a job in this company. And I mean that because your predominant state of consciousness, your predominant mental emotional state, there's a certain correlation between who you associate with, where you find yourself, and even what kind of things happen to you. There is a correlation which is not always immediately recognizable, but there is a correlation between a person's predominant mental emotional state and who they are with, who their friends are, where they work, and even what happens to them.
Yeah, thank you very much, Eckhart, for your words here. And yes, how do we do it now? I can tell you for sure what it needs in the root of a changing process, of a really changing process of your programs and of your thinking. It needs motivation. It needs a force and a power behind it, a big load of energy, of wanting this, of really saying, I want really something different. I do really want it. And ask yourself, why do you want it? Why do you want to change your program? Why do you want to change your thoughts? You have to go into these questions. Why? Why am I hating? I'm saying hating now. why am I hating my old programs, and what do I rather want to experience in my life? And you really have to every day connect to that why. And from there on you can go ahead. And what you have to do is, and that is most important, surround yourself with people that also work on and have that wanting, that need, that desire, not need. It's not a need, it's a desire. It's a loaded, energyful desire of who you would like to be, what you would like to experience in your life. Yeah, it's a huge inner commitment for that desire. It is a huge commitment to that desire. And I'm pretty sure that even Eckhart, when I heard his path in his youth, where he had all this negative thinking, he realized by reading these books, he realized that he causes it, and he had a burning desire to change it. His soul wanted to change that, and he never talked about what he wanted. I mean, or maybe he did, but I have not found a talk yet. I will look that up, to find his motivation behind it. His motivation to come to that awakening moment, where he from then on could really change it. And this changing process is not by saying, I think positive. No. How it then works practically is deciding to, for 1 week, sit down a few minutes a day, but not so many minutes a day, don't worry. But always have a little book with you where you make a list with 2 rows. No, the other one, not rows. Like a left side and a right side of the list. And on the left side, you really go into your observe. This is your path. Observing yourself. Observe. And you can also observe the people around you, and you can the list is there to observe what you're thinking and after thinking. Like if something happens or if something appeared, what are you thinking then right away? What are your thoughts? What are your patterns? What is it what you're interpreting into situations? And then write these sentences down. And there you will find some sentences that are quite often, as Eckhart said, that are quite repetitively in your life. And then you can write them down, and also write the ones down that you can observe and are aware of on other the people that are often with you, that you often see. The 5 people, you probably have heard about the saying, the 5 people around you decide how you are, who you are, how you are. Yeah. So if you have, and that is what you can then observe. Okay, what is my partner thinking like? Yeah, what does he always say? I mean, you cannot know what he thinks, but what they say repetitively. Which kind of sentences, which kind of energies in there. And then write it also down in the list and put it with a little note on it that you know that it's not coming from you, but it's from someone else. So you can put the starting letter of the person maybe in the front, so you can you can see which one is yours thought and which one is from someone else. This is what you have to do. You will not come around that. This is what you will have to do. Because to change something, you have to. It's like in my mechanical engineering field. To change something, you have to observe what you have to change. You have to become clear and in the description of the task. What you want to change. A sentence. There is a sentence I'm telling myself that is creating these problems in my life, let's say, as a comparison to mechanical engineering tasks. You see something is not working right, okay, then you go deeper. What exactly is? You describe it more detailed. There is this. You will check what kind of root causes could that be. And this is what you're doing with the observation. You are checking your system first. Checking what is wrong. Where does it come from? Where is the source? Okay, and that is what you need to do with that observation. And yes, it takes time and energy. It will give you some tired days. Because to observe yourself is costing some energy. To always be aware and watch out what you're thinking. Because normally we don't do that, yeah? Normally we use all the energy for something else, but checking our state of being. Okay, so this is what you need to do. And when you are done with this list through the week, you will see which repetitively thoughts you always have in your mind, which are very dominating, and you will really see it. And then what you can do is, on the other side of the list, on the right side, you can write new sentences. Write beliefs that you would like to have out of your motivation for how you want your life. And who you want to, or not who you want to be, what you want to think. What feels better to think. Yeah? Feel into the formulation that you are doing when you're writing these sentences. Yeah, feel into the sentence when you write it. Maybe first of all you don't put it in the list yet. You take another piece of paper and you're trying out different sentences, and then you feel into it. Which one feels really wonderful, really energetic, and really motivating you to be that, to think that, which one do you enjoy most? And even if there comes an unbelievable thought up, like, this is not possible, or it's not true, or if your brain wants to tell you a story to that and judge it, what you just decided to enjoy, then you can always say to yourself, it's okay. Egoic mind that's coming from that egoic programmed mind that is frightened of change. It's just the frightened side of your inner self that wants to protect you because from the unknown. Yeah, the unknown for our egoic mind, our programmed mind, is something that it wants to avoid. Yeah. But as we know, it's nothing that brings us joy. Yeah. So don't worry about this coming up in your head. Don't put energy or awareness to them. Just tell them these thoughts or think about these thoughts. It's just a protection program here that is not used, that doesn't know the other side. Yeah, it doesn't know it, and it wants to stay in the field that it knows. Yeah. Yeah. And that is really that is the life. That is life. That is growing. That is developing new creations. That is letting go the old shell, like a snake leaving its old shell, and restarting as a new being, or the butterfly that changes from the worm to the wonderful, pretty flying insect. Yeah, beautiful, pretty, and yeah, so joyful when it flies around. Yeah, this is this is how I learned in the coaching processes how it works, and this does work, trust me. This is how it worked for me, and yeah, it will work for anyone, because we are all humans with a mind, and these things are completely usable for every person with a brain, with a heart. I mean, and that's all we have, in common. It doesn't matter which language we talk, which color we have. These things work for everyone the same. Because it's about this life energy, this alive energy. What keeps us alive? And this is counting to everyone. You can refer it to every person. The inner motivation and the people that surround you make and form who you are. So the harder it is, and you don't, what I'm saying here, by people surrounding you, I don't mean you have to cut all the relationships that you have in your life. You can do, it's one way. Some people go that way. They go completely out of their life. Yeah, they say goodbye to their old life and they go. But you don't have to do that. The only thing you can do from that point is not talking too much to these people about how you think, about how you interpret things. You can stop talking. You can change the talks you have with the people. Yeah, and parallel, look how you can meet people that also have created the desire of developing, of changing, and are enthusiastic about this path that they are following, that they've made to their passion, to really passionate people with high motivation inside to achieve things, to achieve something, you really need visions how you would like your life, because they are your power, they are your load, they are the energy, the power that pulls you. It's a pulling, the power that pulls you towards that vision. If you have nothing pulling you to something, there is also the way of pushing out of something, but this is a harder way, and the harder way. The more beautiful way is pulling towards something beautiful rather than pushing out of something unliked, because this is then also that you are not changing your energy and your way of thinking. If you just decide to be away from something, you need to really have the wanting to be, the joy of the vision that you have, that is so powerful that it will create new thoughts, new way of thoughts. That is the first thing, and then the other things will come automatically. Like, for example, I had this wish, this desire to be connected, to be reconnected. I had this moment where I really felt that I was disconnected. Something was disconnecting me to the world, to everything. I didn't understand why my life was. Why did I? No, it was not that I not understood. It was really the desire of wanting to be connected that all of a sudden occurred inside of me. And from that desire, I was able to connect again, to feel connected. And then I changed completely from my within, and I talked to people totally different. And yes, then you realize and you will feel which people are irritated by this and don't want this. You will see right away if they check you out, looking, strange what she's talking about now. What has happened to her? Maybe, they will not be used to that different being of you. And some, they will adapt to it right away because they feel that energy, how wonderful it is. And they right away adapt to it and say, oh, yeah, and change also. Like hop onto your energy and become coherent right away with your new being. Or most of the times, the closest people you have that you are very often together with, they will not react like that. They will be irritated and disliking it, and stepping away or even telling you what is wrong with you, and they will not change that fast. They will not. They will more go into stepping back and either being quiet and not talking to you anymore so much, or becoming even aggressive and defending, as this is their own inner egoic being that is now irritated. Oh my god, something new is going on. I'm not used to that. Oh, I have to protect it and fight. Yeah? And if the protection method is fight, then they will start fighting. Yeah? But you can let it all be. You can allow it and see it as it is. Yeah, it's just their protection. And you, most of the times, the ones you are connected with are very similar to your own self. Yeah, to your own being. So don't be too judgmental, because if they defend themselves, you have the same strategy inside of you that you would use as well, if it would all be the other way around. So don't judge them too much, just let it be, allow it to be, and breathe and let it go through you. Yeah, let it go through you without any resistance, without any judgmental thing here, because it's also a part of you. Everything that you see out there and that you get confronted with is a part of you, of yourself. Yeah. So, I want to let you, for now, with these impulses and exercises or finding out solutions. Yeah, as this is quite enough to do. And please listen to this talk. In the first week, listen to it. If you say, yes, I want to do that really, then listen to it for this week, or actually for at least 21 days, more and more often, to remind you to do it. And have this little book. To take this little book with a pen always with you, so you can always, when you observe yourself in any situation, write it right away down, so it doesn't get lost. And then in the evening you can do it as an exercise, and right away go into that vision of a self. And I want to add here, in the quantum field, if you have ever heard about this, but in the quantum field there existing all possibilities, everything, all possibilities are in this moment, in the present moment. Everything is possible, and even you as a self are possible in 100,000, a million ways of being. And you can always choose which one you want to be right now. It is like a game. You can really take it a little bit as a game, to not be too serious about this. This is also important. And try it out a little bit with a childish, curious, playful mind. Yeah? How about being... And you could use to visualize a new self. You could use some person that you know that is like a figure for you, like a how do you say that, a figure where you think, oh, she or he is exactly the way, or she is living a life that I want to live, or she's living a way that I would love to live. And it's, don't look at persons too much what they have, but rather how they are. Look at rather and how they are. I mean, with you take someone where you know where you are, where you like their behaviors, how they act and how they talk, and take this as a guidance. This can help you to create your vision about yourself. But don't put it like, of course, one-to-one. You are you, and you are unique. But it helps to find out, what would I like, by the way? What would I like? Because from that self that you are right now, it's not so easy to look at your other self, because you don't know it. It's too unknown for you. And that's why, and you can even take a few people, mix it. That's even better, to not just take one person saying, oh, this kind of person I want to be. No, take it a little bit, mix it up with different characteristic things, and mix them up. So it's easier to not focus on one person, on the egoic person. Then again, it could happen that you drift away onto that thinking, oh, this other person is so good and I'm so bad. Yeah, so really take it as, oh, I like this part of this person, and on another person I like this part of the person. Yeah, and take all these, and you can also in your little book, make a new page and write down, make a list of the things you like at other people and that you would love to also implement for you. And write on the top, my new self. Yeah. Or just I am. No, write down I am, because it makes you already very connected to that self. As I said, in each moment you are able to be all kinds of persons. Yeah. You could even be Albert Einstein and having a huge knowledge just on your decision. But it's high. It's high trust. And the only thing that keeps you away from being what you want to be is your trust, your level of trust. And that level of trust you get by making experiences adequate to you, equal to your thoughts. And you start thinking a certain way and being, not just thinking and feeling. Then you can start, and then you get this experience mirroring back new experiences, new happenings. Then your system gets more trust. Then you get your egoic mind coming with you. You train that egoic mind step by step, coming with you, agreeing on it and not fighting against it. Yeah. And really here, be very little. Start with the smallest things. Don't start with the huge aims of being a millionaire or being a super whatever, I don't know, super famous, or if it's something like that you want to be, or if you want to be the complete opposite of what you are, start with the little things. And the little things are the things of your everyday life, which is deciding what kind of grocery do I buy. What am I thinking when I do my grocery buying, shopping? When I take the food, like the meat, for example, there is meat quality, higher, lower quality. How do I think when I buy my meat? What do I do? Do I think, oh, I should, or I could, or I cannot afford? Or do I think, oh no, I'm saving, I'm not buying too much, but the quality that I like? That is a first way of changing your thoughts. By giving yourself higher quality, more worthy things, so you give yourself more worth. By giving yourself more worthy things. The lipstick. Buy one that is a little bit more expensive, so you will have more joy because you will give it more worth. And buy less ones, then you buy not so many, but one that is really giving you a very good feeling, that is more soft on your lips, more on your skin, that has a nicer color, that stays longer, whatever it is, yeah, that gives you that worthiness of the product that you're giving yourself. Yeah. Okay. Now I let you go with all this information, and that's why I say listen to it more often, at least 21 days, every 2 to 3 days. Listen to this talk here and do the things. Listen to it because it activates you in doing the things I told you here with the list and with the people and all the things I gave you here. All the breadcrumbs, the breadcrumbs, that you don't forget any and that you do it, yeah? Okay. And now, to everyone who did not have this wonderful gift from me yet, which is a free coaching session, come up, meet me, and we will make an appointment. My email address is in the channel description. You will find it there. Write me some dates, and then we will all be set for a wonderful meeting. A Zoom meeting with video. I will see you, you will see me. We will get to know each other there. And then I can do a wonderful coaching session with you. Yeah. And now, my final words here. Who are you in this life? Yes, that wonderful lottery win that no one else is, but you are. And you are this for yourself and all the other people in your life. And yes, the others as well, but it's about you here right now. What you feel about your own self. And this is how I want to let you go into your everyday life or into the night. Enjoy your life, every second, every minute, every moment. Yes, simply in each right now.